Boom, me, boom. Hey guys, how's it going? Token vaping. So today's juice review is an ongoing line, as I am doing with a bunch of different companies, and I'm trying to get as many involved in my rotation as possible without losing sight of who gets what turn. Basically, I'm just trying to shorten my videos so they're easier to watch, but in the same sense, I'm also trying to put a little more focus on each flavor to be more fair to the companies. They're taking the time to put the effort into making these flavors. I want to try to make sure that I am able to describe and explain the flavors as best of my ability. So I believe it's a little better respect that they deserve. So that's where I'm at with this, but it does tend to stretch out a little bit longer, so I am trying to get to everybody. It just takes a little bit of time, so I appreciate all the support and all the views and people that take the time to watch my videos. So today's juice review is from dun dun dun, check that out, Into the Fog Drip Quid. It's basically Into the Fog e-liquids, but they do call them drip quids, which is just a little more fanciful, and it actually sounds kind of cool. They do have a website. It's intothefogelliquid.com. Now, don't worry about it. When you type it into your search bar, it's going to take you straight to, I believe the actual website is under the name of global-vapor.com. That's the marketing distribution company that is in charge of distributing the line and everything else. It's the same company. If you reach out to them, they'll be able to take care of it, but that's what it switches over to. So if you do look up the website, I'm just trying to let you know, don't worry about it or think that there was an error in, sorry about that there was an error in your typing or anything. That's what it is. So this is an 80 VG line. Basically, it's a max VG for this line. And one thing that I think is really cool about this line, well, actually two things. One, they go a little bit outside the box with the nicotine. Most companies do a 0.36 and then jump to a 12. These guys focus more on flavor quality, vaping quality, things like that. So they basically focus more on a 0, a 2, and a 4 is what their nicotine levels are. But it's the process that they put behind this. Once the flavors are created and they're mixed, the attention to detail and the quality control and everything else that they put into this is impressive. Now, they have their own system that they do it, and they don't really let it out because obviously they wouldn't want, to get out there and then everybody start doing it, and then it doesn't make them unique anymore. But take my word for it, they do have a unique quality control, quality assurance. That's what I was trying to think of, as far as how they ensure that what they're putting out is top shelf, highest quality possible. So it just shows their passion, it shows their commitment to this. Now, the other thing that's really cool is this is their bottle for a 15 mil. Let me try to tone down that shine a little bit. Sorry about that. But the really cool thing about it is, as you notice, it is a glass bottle, but it's what's the word? It's screen coated, which it has a sparkle to it. Like, you can't really see it because of my lighting, and I do apologize for that, but there is a sparkle on it, but it does have a screen printing on it that is actually really, really impressive. But again, it's just a little something different that they do to make them stand out a little bit more, to also ensure that, it does catch your eye, it does make you remember who they are. But on the bottle, it has their logo here. It says the name of the company, Into the Fog. And then on the bottom here is the name of the flavor. This is Pure Haze, and the lettering is just beautiful. It has like that old English style look to it, and it really, really is eye-catching and very artistically well done. Made in the USA, Premier Liquids. There's handcrafted, and then there is the nicotine. This is a 2, since I vape a 3. A 4 would be a little high for me. And then it has their website on the back here, and then all the warning and ingredient labeling that you need there. And there also is a safety cap ring right there. So I could do this all day and it won't do anything, which is actually really cool. So this is a first review, and as always, I did fresh wick for this video, and you guessed it, the cotton of my choice is Texas Tough Cotton. Can't speak enough about it. It works really well for me. I like how it handles. It doesn't have a really strong cottony taste, no matter whether it's the first vape. It's been sitting in my build deck for a while. It just works really well for me. So on Instagram, it's Texas Tough Cotton. So we're gonna go ahead and bust this open. You should hear a pop right there, and as you see, it separates, and the juice is actually really thick. But the other thing, if you can see it right there, the nozzle tip to their eyedropper is actually more narrow. It has more of a thin tip to it than standard ones do, which makes it easier if you're using a tank. When you're dripping, it gives you a little bit more control, short of using a unicorn bottle. So again, just a little extra that they do just to ensure that your overall usage of it and experience with it is fulfilling. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to juice up my cotton here. So this flavor is supposed to be a blend of wild grape nectar infused with fresh watermelons. So it should be a very fruity type flavor, and I'm hoping that it isn't overly sweet or it doesn't have a harsh bite to it. I've noticed that in some fruitier type flavors, depending on the flavors that are used, in this case with watermelon, that because it's a lighter flavor, that regardless of how thick the mixture is, you always seem to tend to get a bit of a throat hit. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to come across this and not have one, as I'm not a fan of it, but that's just me. My opinion is just that. It's my opinion. Everybody has one. Everybody's is going to be different. Everybody vapes differently. Everybody has a different preference in flavors. So all I'm trying to do is just give a little more description on each flavor that I come across, so that you have a bit more to go off of as to whether or not it's something you want to try. So that's all it is. So I'm going to go ahead and do a quick little pre-burn, get the juice flowing through the cotton a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and rejuice up, and we will go from there. So regardless of anything else, any type of safety security feature that is on the bottles that you purchase, always make sure that it's intact, and when you look at it, it doesn't make you feel uncomfortable or second guess it. If you do, just don't use it. Just contact the company or the shop that you got it from, let them know what's going on, so that they can take steps to get you a bottle in its proper full form, because it's all about your health and safety, bottom line, and that's what's important. So we're going to go ahead and vape this. It's at 75 watts. This is pure Haze from Into the Foggy Liquid. As you can see, that ADVG gives really, really solid clouds. Okay, so just bear with me here a second. I'm going to go ahead and do a couple more drops. Give it one more good hit. Okay, so definitely very light. It's definitely refreshing, and I believe that's more due to the watermelon. It has a very crisp, clean vape to it. The undertone of it is it has a very refreshing feel to it. It's not too heavy. It's not a super strong slam in your face type vape. The grape you definitely taste, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. It is the star of this flavor. Depending on how long you vape this, because I'm starting to taste it a little bit now in the aftertaste, it does have a slight candy taste to it. So if you're not a candy fan and you're going into this thinking that this is more grape like the actual fruit vape, you might be a little disappointed with it, just because it does have a sweeter, like I said, like a grape hard candy taste. It's not super strong. It's not too much to where you feel like your teeth are going to hurt, or that it's literally like eating a piece of candy. but it does tend to have a slight bit of that on the aftertaste. However, overall, it is a very light, refreshing fruit vape as far as for with the grape and the undertone of the watermelon. So it definitely is something that I could see vaping on a hot day. If you're looking for something a little sweet on the fruity side, but not too like actual fruit, this would most definitely fill your needs for that. It's very smooth and there's no throat hit whatsoever to this. It does have a refreshing feel to that, and like I said, the grape on it is strong enough. It just seems to have a slight almost candy-like aftertaste. Again, it's not super strong. It is not a deal breaker if you are looking for something in that vein. It definitely is worth checking out. So that's Pure Haze. Definitely give this line a try. Like I said, the attention to detail that they put into this, the focus and dedication that they have behind this company is second to none. With the screen printed labelings on the bottles, I mean, it is unique. They definitely stand out. They would look really good on a shelf in any shop. So definitely hit them up. It's intothefogelliquid.com. They are on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter as well, I believe. So definitely hit them up, check them out, see what's going on with it, and see if it's something you might be interested in. As always, guys, thank you so very much, Into the Foggy Liquids. It is always a privilege and an honor. You guys have been nothing but supportive and helpful from the get-go. Any questions that I've ever had, you guys have always been there to answer, so thank you very much for that. As always, guys, I'm Token Vaping. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Pinterest. If there's anything that I can do to help further enhance your vaping experience, that's the only reason why I choose to do this. Please hit me up, let me know. I will do everything I can to help you find your unique flavor, find a device that will work best for you. If there's even a video specifically that you're looking for, let me know. I will do what I can. Until next time, guys, thank you oh so much for taking the time to watch my videos. Vape on, vape strong, and have a good night.